Hello there, I am Alan1149 and this is the probably the fourth of all the audio logs. So, it's been a bit of a while again. Actually, at this point, you might as well just take that as the whole regular thing. About a 4 to 3-ish day break between each of them. But it's been pretty good, mainly because I've been busy with things. By busy, I mean playing loads of video games I just got, because, you know, birthday and a lot of money. Yeah, thanks. Gives me all the monies. It's all good. I'll immediately spend them all on video games. Why wouldn't I? So yeah, got a billion different video games. Like, seriously thousands of the things. Well, actually not. It's like 13-ish. But, you know, it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. It's one that I played. I knew most of them were going to be good. Like the last bunch I got. But then there were some sort of surprises and stuff like that, which is always nice. I do not have time to talk about all of them in any kind of detail, but I'm just going to have to mention the few that I've actually completed so far. Well, I say complete, I'm still going to play them, because, you know, they have various challenges, modes and stuff like that, and I kind of want to find out more about the story and stuff. And also some of them are roguelikes, so a roguelike. Stupid internet terms made by stupid people who don't understand words. Right. But, yeah, first up is the one I bet you're probably seeing footage of the background in. Actually, most definitely seeing footage of the background. Footage of it in the background. There we go. It's called Tower of Guns. It's really bloody good. Go, like, buy it right now. Well, that's if you want to find out what a first-person shooter crossed with a bullet hell game would look like. With a really cool art style. But seriously, it is really fun. You basically unlock a different set of guns by doing different challenges with things within, you know, the tower as you ascend through the various different floors. But the main bit of it is like weaving between giant bullets being slowly fired at you and stuff like that. The idea that you have like a billion different jumps and stuff like that. And you just have to weave your way through while doing that, and it's actually really, really fun. Has a good sense of humour as well. Like at the start of each floor, it'll give you a tiny little bit of story, but it's always really silly stories. Like there's a husband and wife who are lost, and they're lost because apparently their GPS was set to Australian or something, and then there are other things, and it's brilliant. It's brilliant. The next on the list, so yeah, go buy Tower Guns. It's good. The next on the list, Transistor. God dang, I waited long enough not to play this game. Jeez. It's a game I've wanted for basically since it was announced, and it is really, really definitely worth it. It is, in a word, beautiful. The artwork is amazing, the music is amazing, the combat is pretty dang good, and the story is good. I mean, I didn't get the ending, but, you know, that wasn't exactly surprising. Though it did have a flipping brilliant final boss. Like, seriously, that was amazing. There's no better way you could have done that. But the entire game is just so strange. Like, you know, Bastion, the narrator is the old dude, and he's basically telling the story to somebody else as you actually do the final mission. You know, spoilers or anything like that. Then again, just expect I'm going to spoil anything and everything that I ever talk about. So, yeah, he's telling the story to somebody, while as this one's narrator, or voice in your head, I guess in this case, is in real time. He's with you, talking to you, instead of, you know, like, oh, the boy takes all of the windbags. Was it called windbag? I don't remember. He finishes off the windbags with a single blow. It's not like that. It's like the Transistor. He has no real name, so I ended up calling him Ted. I can't quite remember why now, but never mind. So Ted is, when you do something like that, he's like, wow, that's well done. It's pretty good, really good. Nice to see that they still, their comfort zone is isometric things with a flipping narrator and stuff like that, but the stories are always very, very well done and always seem to go around a society getting fucked. But in the end, it's a really good game. There were a couple bits where I was like, oh, okay. Like when it turns out the the bad guys, they've kind of committed suicide. Yeah, yeah, that was a bit weird. They kind of set it up that you're going to slowly find each member. You kill the first member, and then it said that you're going to go after all the others. Then you do, except the other two killed themselves, and the third one you do fight at the very end as the boss. But it's still it's a bit weird. Yeah, but goddamn was it a pretty game. I love the soundtrack and stuff like that. Yeah, you might be listening to it, I don't know why I'm actually going to put the music for the background of this episode. On the topic of other games though, Nuclear Throne, another roguelike, pretty dang good. It's very, very fast-paced, like holy hell is it fast-paced. And there's pretty nice music and art style and all those things that I buy games for. But throughout the entire game there's this slightly strange underlying thing of everything being kind of depressingly fucked. Well, you know, in Binding of Isaac, for all those who played it, actually no, instead of doing that I'm going to tell you a little story about the first time I played Binding of Isaac. Yeah, playing the game, still, yeah, first time playing the game, you wake up in a flipping basement and you cry at enemies to kill them, and it's a bit like, okay, that's a bit strange, but, you know, messed up, weird looking enemies, blood coming out their eyes, you crying them to death, metaphor for Tumblr, but you then beat the boss and you get your first upgrade, and mine was a coat hanger, a clothes hanger, whatever the flipping things are called. And I was like, okay, I wonder how that is an upgrade or an item or something like that. I walk over to it to pick it up, and, you know, the character does the Legend of Zelda thing where he holds it in the air, and then he shoved it through his head, and I was like, oh, I'm playing this game, aren't I? And that's kind of the same thing with Nuclear Throne, except in it's not in the same kind of ridiculous and messed up way, but at the end of each level, if you've managed to collect enough green stuff, then you get to select one of like 4 to 5-ish mutations, which basically your upgrades. Sorry, right. And, you know, most of them are just normal, like speed up, you gain health from killing people, and oh god, right, and stuff like that. But one of the little pictures and stuff like that for them are actually kind of depressing. Like, you know, the speed up one is one of the characters, and he's got like a horrible mutated leg coming out of his side. It's like, oh look, you get more speed from it, but you got this weird mutated leg coming out your side, and the character just looks so depressed when he sees it. And he has that underlying thing of, actually everything's pretty depressingly fucked. Which is always a nice thing, you know, as much as the word nice can be extended to that. Next on the list, Killer is Dead. Now, recently, with my buying spree here, I bought a absolute crud ton of roguelikes and hack and slashes. I don't know. And one of them was Killer is Dead, and it's bloody weird. I mean, that's what you expected. It might have possibly been looked at one point by Suda5 something or other, and yeah, it's really, really weird, definitely. But it starts off as, you know, you're confused as fuck. From what I know from the story already, you are named Mondo, weird bloody name, but you may or may not have come from the moon on the back of a unicorn. Yeah, that may sound like a bad joke, but it is actually, I think, what has happened. It has some really, really good boss fights in it, I'll give you that, and some pretty nice music. The art style is utterly insane and definitely weird. I would recommend it. It's not exactly the most complicated of hack and slashes. You literally only have one button. No light and heavy attacks, no, you just get a normal attack button. And it's not like if you pause in the middle of an attack, you'll do a different sort of move or anything like that. No, it's just a button smasher, which is kind of its undoing on one of the bosses. One of the quick time events, but it is purely a button smasher. Like, there is literally no other way to describe it. But the main thing is the whole dodging around and stuff like that. It's very, very good. It's Devil Trigger, if you want to know what a Devil Trigger is. It's well, it's the Devil May Cry thing of, if you get a certain amount of stuff from killing the enemies, you go into Super Duper Saiyan mode or whatever. I'm just going to keep on calling them Devil Trigger modes because Devil May Cry. So your Devil Trigger mode for this is, you literally go into weird, like, black red, and you go into Sin City vision, and then you insta-kill an enemy, or with bosses, get to wail on them for a little bit. And it's very, very good, though the problem is there's no targeting system. You can't lock onto anybody, and occasionally your insta-kill move will just literally target an enemy across the map that you didn't even know existed. You'll ignore whatever enemy you're standing literally in front of and just go screw with some other enemy, which is a bit undoing at some points, amazingly aggravating at others. But all in all, it's very, very fun. Though, yeah, back to that whole button smashy thing. Basically, if you die, and you have like a revive ticket thing, as they call it, you have to smash the X button. This is on a gamepad, the Xbox 360 controller to be precise. You smash the X button, and you got to get your heart rate back up, and then you come back to life, and it's all good. But that X button is also your attack button, which you are naturally smashing. And then in one particular, actually multiple particular boss fights, at certain points in the boss fight, we get the quick time events out, which is you have to smash the X button. And this game, well, you know, most of those like smash the X button type of things, it's, you know, relatively okay. It's nothing like ridiculous. You don't have to like literally kill your thumb to do it. Killer is Dead throws that concept out of a flipping window, and your thumb will actually want to kill you after playing this game. Or that particular boss in that case. Like, I literally had to take a break from it because my thumb was about to kill me. It was literally at the point of just leaving me and coming back with an army. Which is not exactly good, but in a sense, they know they're going for a quite literal button smasher, at the very least. On the topic of other hack and slashes, MGR. It's good. The main flaw is, again, there's no lock-on system. Why do hack and slashers keep doing this? Have a lock-on system. For the love of God. Please. You know Devil May Cry is the most popular hack and slasher. Rip more off from it, please. For the flipping love of God. Have a lock-on system. Also a dodge button, you... God damn it, MGR, why do you not have a simple dodge button? I don't care if you're trying things out, have a bloody dodge button. You can have your silly little parry system and a dodge button. But no, it would prefer to have no dodge button and yet still have bosses that all seem to have this one attack where they become unparryable and just sort of dart all over the battlefield, and it's really bloody annoying. Seriously, all the bosses I've fought so far have had that, and it is annoying. But in all, it's still a really fun game. Chopping the shit out of your enemies is still fun. And generally, yeah, I'm about to run out of time, but yeah, it's all good. Very, very good. MGR. I would still recommend Metal Gear Rising, and would definitely recommend it, even though it still for some reason tends to be a stealth game when it... yeah, stealth kill, let's see now. How would most people do a stealth kill? Oh, you know, just slit the throat, it's all good. No. Ryder would rather stab you through the chest and chop you in half, pull out your spine, and then, apparently that's stealthy. So I have to either go with the idea that everyone, like, everyone's extremely stupid, or when they become cyborgs, or gouge out their eyes. But you know, it's still all good, I guess. It's still pretty damn fun. Even though I'm still amazingly confused by how strong Raiden actually is. I mean, within the first level, and this was before he turned into full cyborg mode, he threw a ray. Okay, a flipping ray, as in a Metal Gear ray. How? What? Heck, no. That either means that... What? How could he throw a ray? As soon as I hit that point, it's like... How? No, that's stupid. Very, very stupid. It's amazingly cheesy. All the bad guys seem to go with the idea that they become really, really evil if they do a creepy smile at you, which is... a bit strange more than anything else, but I have literally 30 seconds left, so I'm going to have to say goodbye and go, like, buy all these games. Yeah, like, maybe tomorrow I'll be talking about all the Endless games and stuff like that. As in, like, Dungeons the Endless and Endless Legends and Divinity. Well, Divinity isn't part of the Endless franchise. Never mind, go watch my other videos. Goodbye, and stuff.